Okay, yeah. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the session. So, in the last class, which topic we have ended with? Terraform Cloud, done right? Okay. So, in today's session, I'm going to teach you how to create a three-tier infrastructure from the Jenkins pipeline. Okay. So, before that, all of you know what is three-tier infra, right? Three-tier means to web servers, to app servers, to database. Okay. First of all, you please go and see the VPC concept in the meanwhile. Okay, I'll give you 10 minutes of time. Please go and see the VPC concept. In the meanwhile, I'll install Terraform. Okay. If you have the VPC concept, please open and see it. Okay. So, have you seen the pipeline? I mean, not pipeline, VPC concept. Okay. So, what exactly I'm trying to do now is here I'll go and explain what is the architecture about. First of all, here from the required providers, what is the version I'm downloading? 5.57. So this block will download the provider that required for me. So it is 5.57. Okay. So but the latest version we are getting now is 5.62. It is the latest version we are having. Okay, 6.2. After that, first of all, I'm configuring the AWS provider. Okay, in which region I'm creating the infrastructure? US East 1. So create a VPC. So it is the VPC actual I'm creating. So name of the VPC will be Swiggy. Or let me rename it to Netflix. Or like my VPC. Anything is fine. Name of the VPC is up to your choice. No sir, if I want Swiggy means you can go with Swiggy also fine. Sir, already as per the VPC concept, first of all, when I create the VPC, inside the VPC, what we need to create? Subnets. So first of all, I am creating very big VPC. In this very big VPC, I am creating 2 subnets. These 2 are for web. Okay, I am creating 2 web subnets for web server. And again, for app server, I need to create 2 more subnets. And again, in the same way, for database also, we are going to create 2 subnets. Totally, how many subnets now? 6. 2 for web, 2 for app, and 2 for database. After creating the subnets, so we need to create the gateways. How many gateways we require? 2 gateways. One is internet gateway, second one is NAT gateway. Internet gateway is to connect to the public to subnets, web subnets. NAT gateway is to public subnet to private subnet. And if I want to flow the traffic, I need to have the route tables. We need to have route tables. Here, this is the architecture what I need to understand. But again, code, no need to understand, sir. Just see the code, okay? See the code and see the connection. But from code point of view, don't try to understand. Because every code you'll get from official documentation. Here I'm creating web subnet 1 and I'm attaching to my VPC. Okay? It is a CIDR block I'm taking and like availability zone I'm taking US East 1A. And public IP address I'm putting true. Why? Because it is web server. Web server need to have public IP address or not, sir? So in the same way, same configuration I'm creating web subnet 2. Nothing difference. But the only difference is I'm creating it on US East 1B and the CIDR block is changing. That's it. After that, similarly, I'm creating a private subnet for my application server. It is my application server 1 subnet. It is my application subnet. Finally, I'm creating the database subnet. It is my database subnet 1. It is my database subnet 2. Same code without any difference. Whatever the code I'm using for web subnet, same for app subnet and database subnet. But the only difference is CIDR block and availability zone. And one more thing here. If I keep scrolling down, after that, what I'm creating here? Internet gateway is to allow the traffic from internet to web server. So I'm creating the internet gateway like this and I'm attaching to the VPC, my VPC. And I'm creating the route table. Why I'm creating the route table is allow the internet gateway traffic to the web server. So if I don't have route table, will traffic come? No. In the same way, now I'm using create a web subnet association with web route table. Sir, you are creating the internet gateway. You are creating the route table. We need to attach internet gateway to our web subnets or not, sir? I'm attaching the web subnet with the web route table, okay? So I'm associating AWS route table with my subnet 1. Which subnet it is? Web subnet 1. Similarly, I'm attaching the web subnet to why? Because if I don't attach subnets to the route tables, traffic won't go from the internet gateway to the subnets like that. Again, now here I'm finally creating a EC2 instance. Okay, the only thing I'm gonna change is key pair. Okay, let me change the key pair here. I have a lot of key pairs. You can select whatever key pair you want. So currently I'm going with my 9am key pair. Let me copy this and paste it here. Like that. So I'm attaching my security group. Security group I'm referring from other block. Okay, security group is not yet created. I'm referring it from some other block. And coming to subnet here, I'm having AWS subnet. I'm giving it here. Coming to user data. Why we are using user data? To run the any script. So script is coming from the file. What is the file name here? Apache dot. In that apache.sh I have a Netflix application. It is a script that is going to run on my server number 1. Similarly, same configuration to my server number 2 also. AMI, instance type, availability zone, key name, security group, subnet, so on. So without any change, I have given the same properties. Sir, now for my web server, I have internet gateway. I'm attaching the IGW. After that, I have something called as route table. What I have? Route table. Route table is to allow the traffic. Whatever the traffic you are getting from, like I think better we have VPC architecture, right? Wait, let me open the VPC diagram for you. I'm not sure do we have VPC diagram or not, but let me check. Open VPC. Okay, it's not there, but completely fine. Okay, so like that, from the internet gateway, I'm getting the traffic to the route actually. From the route, I'm giving the traffic to my server. So subnets, inside subnet, what I'm creating? Servers, like that. In the same way, now here what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to create application server. What I'm trying to give? Application. So for application server, what I'm trying to do now is here, I'm creating the instance. Okay, but I'm changing the key pair name. So I'm creating the app server 1 as well as app server 2. Sir, there is nothing new code. Whatever the code, same code I'm just giving it here. After that, I'm creating what here? RDS cluster. What I'm creating? So I'm taking data of 10 GB. Database name is MyDB. Engine MySQL. Engine version have tokens like say engine. Remember, this version is going to change frequently. So make sure you are giving the correct version. Instance class, I'm going to take so and so class. Username is admin. Password is so and so password I'm giving. So I'm not taking the snapshot. I'm just skipping it off. And coming to the database subnets, are you are creating database. But I have how many subnets here? 2 subnets. That's 2 subnets called AWS subnet for database and AWS subnet for database 2. I am combining it as single subnet. Why? Because I am creating only one database here. I'm not creating cluster. I'm creating only single database. So the 2 subnets I'm combining and creating as a single subnet. After that, it is a security group for my web server. Which ports I'm allowing? Number 22, 80, and outbound I have given all traffic. Similarly, I'm giving the security group for application server. I'm giving port number 80, 80, 22. In the same way, I'm giving database port number for security group. 3306 will be the port number, and some other port number also I'm giving, and all traffic. Finally, I'm creating the load balancer here. What I'm creating? So load balance is external load balancer. Type of the load balancer is application, and I'm attaching the security group of web server security group to the load balancer. How many subnets I'm having? 2 is web subnet 1, second one is web subnet 2. So these 2 subnets I'm attaching to my load balancer. After that, I'm creating target group. Target group port number is what? Already you know. Why? Because our application is going to run on port number 80. So after that, I'm going to create the load balancer attachment target group. That means whatever the target group you have created, that I'm attaching to the load balancer. Here I'm using depends on. Why? Because if my server 1 got created, then only attach to the target group, otherwise don't attach. Similarly, if my server 2 got created, then only attach target group to the load balancer, otherwise don't attach. So listener rule, what is the port number I'm giving for listener rule here? 80. Why? Because we need to accept the traffic from port number 80 itself. Finally, in the output block, what I'm printing is I'm printing the DNS load balancer. So I'm just creating some random bucket name here. Wait. I'm just giving some random bucket name. After that, I'm creating IAM users. How many IAM users I'm creating? 4. IAM usernames I'm giving like this. Username 1, 2, 3, and user 4. Just I'm trying to give different username. After that, I'm creating a IAM group here. So this is the overall infrastructure what I'm creating. And the only thing I want you to understand now is, guys, here the code is not important. Concept is important. If you know the 3-tier architecture, connection is going to be very easy. Okay. I have written a lot of the code. Entire code is on single page. But in real time, you can create multiple files or you can implement the codes on module structure. I think I said you modules, right? In modules also, you can implement the same. The reason why I have written everything on single page is, I want you to understand one process. If I write on multiple pages now, ultimately you are going to have a lot of confusion. I want you to avoid the confusion. That is the reason I have written each and every code in the single line. Like single file itself. But in real time, this is the same code which is going to implement on modules. How you are going to implement on? Correct. So after that, sir, we are running the Apache script now. So here it is the Apache script. I'm installing it. I'm installing Apache, and I'm copying the code to the var HTML. So I'm deploying the front end code also. Okay. So now, how exactly I'm going to work now is, sir, here in the last session I showed you how to create infra from Terraform Cloud. Now I'm going to show you how to create infra from Jenkins pipeline. Okay. So I already have an instance here. Just go and connect. But remember, I need to take T2 medium, because if I take T2 medium, what is going to happen? Ultimately my speed of execution is going to be very high. Of course, T2 micro also will work. It's going to take a lot of time for you. So it got stopped. Why? Because here in Terraform, do you have Jenkins now? No. Let's go and install Jenkins. VM jenkins.sh. Let me run this quickly. GitHub DevOps Jenkins.sh. And one more thing, guys. Basically, today I got a new update. Nexus is not working with Java 1.8.0. Nexus version changed to Java 17. Which one? Java 17. This happened today only. In the class, I tried to install Nexus, but it got failed. After checking the logs, it is saying that it is no more supporting for 1.8.0. So we need to install Java 17. So in the script it got failed. Please make sure you are installing Java 17. Hmm? 58 and 60. Okay. Sorry? Hmm. Correct. You can do it on VS Code also. Install VS Code, download Terraform to local machine and try it. Okay. You can write wherever you want. It's up to your choice. Code will be same. There is nothing difference. Okay. Terraform mini to Terraform validate, plan, apply are same. Code is also same, but the platform will change. Okay. Hmm. So username is Raham. That's it. So my Terraform is having Jenkins also now. So what we are going to do now is we are having the Terraform 3D architecture. It is on the repo. Okay. So in the repo we are having the code. Let's take the code. Let's run Terraform init, Terraform plan, Terraform validate and apply. Okay. So till now, sir, you are working on public repo, but I'll show you now how to work with private repo. Okay. First of all, make the repo as private. So click on settings, change visibility, change to private. Okay. So when you are working with private repo, the only thing you need to have is token, sir. What you need to have? Token. So I think all of you know how to generate token, right? No, then that's great. So this repository is unavailable. Why? Because I made it private now, so it will take some time to refresh. In the meanwhile, I'll go to new item. So tell me the pipeline syntax, all of you. Yes, correct. So click on pipeline and click on OK. So after that, here in the pipeline script, pipeline start with pipeline agent any stages. Stage, first one is checkout. Inside stage, I want to go for steps. So I am taking code from Git actually. So if you don't know how to add the credentials here, go to pipeline syntax and select here Git. What we need to select? Git. So in the repository URL, sir, I am taking code from this repository, give it here. And what is the branch name? Master. Okay. So if we have any other branch name, give any other branch name, but my code is on master. So here how to add the credentials means click on add Jenkins. Okay. So we need to use username and password. What is my username here? DevOps by Raham. Username means GitHub username. Now coming to the password, we need to give the token. Generate the token. I'm giving some permissions. That's it. Copy the token and give it here now. Okay. So if I give it here, now automatically if I click on add, okay, generate the credentials here. So click on generate pipeline script. Are you getting this now? If we add credentials, it is going to come like this. Okay. And one more thing, by default, if the branch is master, branch will not include here. But instead of master, if I put the branch as main or any other branch, are you seeing again the branch name is also coming now? Remember, by default, branch is going to be master. If the branch is master, here no need to mention the branch name. If it is any other apart from master, you need to mention that. So click on generate pipeline script. Now copy this. Give it here. Okay. So now automatically I'll get the code. So if I click on save and if I click on build now, automatically code will come to my server. And what is the default workspace for Jenkins? Var lib Jenkins workspace Terraform pipeline LL. If you are seeing now, are you seeing the main.to? Whenever if you are having Terraform code, what is the first command you run? Terraform init. But if I run this, it is going to be annual process. I need to give the command to Jenkins. Let's run the command from Jenkins pipeline. So tell me stage. Init steps sh Terraform init. Click on save and click on build now. Now automatically, of course, if you want stage view, let me enable stage view. Okay. And one more thing, by default, Jenkins stage view not enable, we need to enable. If you want it, are you seeing stages here? Click on these stages, you can also see like this. Are you seeing this now? But anyways, our pipeline stage view is gonna be better, so I'm gonna enable that one only. I think all of you know how to download the pipeline stage view plugin, right? Click on manage Jenkins. Wait. Go for top. Plugins will be top always, okay? Available plugins. What is the plugin name? Go back to the top page. So now there you go. You have the stage back. Sir, once init is done, what is the next thing you are going to do? You are going to validate. Correct or not, sir? So write the stage for validate. Tell me stage validate. Steps. Click on below. I'm just showing the one by one process. Okay, instead of building the whole pipeline, I want to show you one by one how it is going to work. Validates will check the syntax mistakes. If you are having any syntax mistake or if you are having any undefined values, you define a variable but there is no value. It's not going to allow. Is validate done now? After that, what you are going to do now? Plan. So go for stage. Run something called as plan. Stage. Plan. Okay. Save. Click on build now. So ultimately it is going to fail now. What is going to happen? Fail. See why it is going to fail. Is it failed or like passed? I said it is going to be failed. Do you know the reason? I'll tell you. Okay. And what is the last stage we are having? Apply. So here I am gonna do simply last stage will be Terraform. Stage will be apply. But instead of apply, I'm putting action. Why? Because sir, for Terraform apply and destroy, we are having same commands or not, sir? If I put Terraform apply hyphen auto approve, what is going to happen? It is going to create. If I put destroy, what is going to happen? Delete. So in that case, I have two different items. It is going to change, apply and destroy. So whenever the value is going to change, what we need to use? Variable first. First variable. So put dollar. I'm going to give action. You can put whatever you want. So now for this variable, I want to pass input. So use parameters. Add parameter. Choice parameter. And name will be action. I have only two options. One is apply. Second one is destroy. Click on save. And click on build with parameters. Now I'm doing the creation. So click on apply. And in the background, if you want to check the process, go for the console output. In the console output, you can see the process completely. What is happening here, okay? How many results I'm going to create here now? 4, 32. And by default, Terraform will create how many results parallelly? 10. But can we limit that one? Yes, correct. And Terraform will create which resource first among all of them? Which will take less time. I have load balancer and I have IAM user. Which one is easy to create? IAM user. So IAM user will go and create first. So online, wait for a couple of minutes, the infra is creating. It will take some time, okay, wait for it. Sir, if Jenkins and Terraform not in same server, then we need to give root credentials and generate pipeline forever. So basically, if these both are not on same server, first of all, what you're gonna do is you are going to download the plugin. In Jenkins server, go and download Terraform plugin and add credentials. I'll tell you how to add credentials also. In the last session, I showed you how to add credentials in the Terraform cloud. But now I'll tell you how to add credentials in the Jenkins. But before that, is my pipeline got successfully done? Okay, and are you seeing the load balancer DNS? Now copy the load balancer DNS. I just want to copy it. So it is my load balancer DNS. I'm copying it and I'm pasting it here. And I want to check whether my application is running or not. So just now we created the server. So wait for some time. Our load balancer will work here. I think it's loading. Wait, is my application running here? This is how I created the 3-tier infrastructure and I deploy the application. Now here, if I go back and if I give LL, are you seeing state file on my local? But for better purpose, where we can put the state file? S3 backend. I am not configuring it here. You know how to configure. So always configure to S3. Terraform state list. The reason why I haven't configured an S3 backend is I want my state file to be on local concept. Okay, that is the reason I haven't configured. If I go and see, are you seeing the complete resource or not, sir? How many resources we created? Almost all 32. Now I'll tell you a command. There is a command called Terraform graph command. Which command? This graph command will give me the blueprint of my infrastructure. Are you seeing the details here? Now only thing I'll do, what you know, I'll copy the entire things here and I'll open a separate new tab. See it now? I'll open a separate new tab. There is a website called Graph is Online. Which one? Graph is Online. Go to this website. Go to the first one. Whatever the code you copied, paste your code here. After pasting it here, are you seeing the infrastructure blueprint now? I'll download this one and I'll show it for you. Now see. First of all, I created my VPC. What I created here? My VPC. For the VPC, what is attaching for it? Application subnet 1, application security group, application subnet 2, database security group, database subnet 1, internet gateway, database again, web subnet 1, web subnet 2. Again, here if we go and see, for my application subnet 1, what is attaching? AWS instance app server 1 and AWS instance app server 2. If we go and check all of this, is it showing me the blueprint of the infrastructure or not, sir? It is clearly indicating which resource is connecting from which part of the application. So this is how exactly the Terraform is going to work for you. Is the point clear for all of you? So in the real time, what is going to happen, you know, how exactly we have built the infrastructure. I want to see the blueprint of the infrastructure, complete blueprint. In that case, go to the console and type the command Terraform graph. Whatever the output you are getting, give the output to the website called Graph is Online. Which website? If you give that one, automatically it is going to show you the blueprint. Download this one and store it on local. Why? Because in future, if you want to repair your infrastructure, it is going to be the source of truth for you. So generally, when I create infrastructure in real time also, I'll do the same thing. Is the concept clear for all of you now? Online, is the graph is online concept clear for all of you? Can you please confirm me once? Okay, so it's clear for all and great. And the other thing I want to tell for you is, so we have still some time. Okay, I'm gonna tell you some other concepts in Terraform also. Again, like which is additional topics which are not a part of your syllabus. Okay, so basically, if I go here and what exactly I'm trying to do now is here, sir. Generally, you are doing the infrastructure from the Terraform that you attach the credentials to your server. For example, if I want to give credentials on my pipeline, how I can give credentials? Let me tell you. In the repository only, if we go and check here, in the repository, are you seeing the pipeline script here? For example, if you don't know how to add credentials, it is the way how you can add credentials to the Jenkins pipeline. That means these are my AWS credentials, but I want to add to my Jenkins. So how to do it means, let me tell you. For example, first of all, go and generate the credentials here. Already we have credentials on our local or not, sir? We do have access key and secret key. So in real time, sometimes you might need to add credential to your Jenkins. At that time, how you are going to do? Let's see now. First of all, open your credentials from downloads folder. So you can see two credentials, access key and secret key. Are you seeing access key and secret? Simply go here. Manage Jenkins. Are you seeing the credentials here? Click on credentials. So click on global. Here I'm just trying to add a credential, okay? Add credentials. So here in the kind, I need to select the secret text, sir. Why? Because access key and secret key is a secret text actually, okay? So give the secret. First of all, what I am trying to add here, access key. ID, I'm gonna give it as access key. Click on create. Later then I want to add one more secret text called secret key. So click on add credentials again. Kind, what I need to select? Secret text. Here, secret means I need to give my secret access key. ID, I'm giving it as secret key. Is it clear now? I have given access key and secret key. So in this way, I can add my credentials to my Jenkins. Now, how do I implement the same credentials in the pipeline? Okay, we need to create a tag called environment tag. Let me go and show you. So basically, without giving credentials, see, if you go and see, you can ask me, sir, how Terraform is going to work now? See, you can see the infrastructure already. These are a lot of servers what we created. You can go and check the load balancer and everything. This is all what we created. Okay. And again, the same thing I shown you from Graphics also. Now, previously, how our Terraform worked, you know, for our Terraform already we attached the role or not, sir? We go to security. In the security, what I am doing here, modify IAM role. This is the role actually what I used. But if I remove the role, my Terraform will not work for me. Let me tell you, see. So after removing the role, if I try to perform any operation, it can be apply or destroy. It won't perform. If you want me to show it, see. Click on build with parameters. Again, I will try to apply this time. What happened here? Well, why? Because previously we have the access key and secret key from the role, but have a given role. Sir, if you don't give role, it won't get access key and secret key. In the first time, I shown you how to give from role. Now I am going to show you how to give credentials from the pipeline. Already we have added the credentials here. How to attach the credentials to the pipeline means see. Go here and write something like this environment. Okay. Here I need to give my access key and secret key. And of course, here in the section I have already mentioned like how to give the access key and secret key. Okay. I'm just using the copy paste instead of typing. Wait. Access key, later I have given the secret key. So I am telling to my Jenkins, so Jenkins, if you want AWS access key ID, go to the credentials section. In the credentials, I have given ID called access key. In that ID, I put the access key. Take it from there. Now again for my Jenkins, I am taking Jenkins, if you want secret key, go to the credential section. In the credential section, I have the ID called secret key. In that secret key ID, I put the secret key. Now if I go and save this one, now my Jenkins is not going to fail. Previously, if you go and see, in the plan section it got failed because there is no valid credential source. But now I have given credentials from Jenkins pipeline or not, sir? Now you can give, apply or destroy anything you want. So if I try to apply, of course there is no change. It won't execute anything. My pipeline is going to success. Okay. Is it done now? Previously it got failed. Why? Because it is unable to fetch the credentials. But I have given credentials or not, sir? It's fine. So in the same way, sir, I want to destroy the entire infrastructure means what you can do instead of apply put, automatically the infrastructure, whatever the infra you are seeing here, everything is running, right? It is going to destroy in minutes. It will take some time. So let's see. Twenty-six people joined today. Okay. So it's destroying now. You can see everything is destroying or not, sir? Yes. So again, I'm repeating everyone here. The only thing you need to understand in Terraform is not the code. You need to understand the, in examination also, nobody is going to ask you to write the code. Single piece of code you will never write. But they'll ask questions on concept. Okay. So I'll request everyone to not to focus on code. Not only Terraform, in Kubernetes also, in Ansible also, everywhere. Okay. That's it. So now my destruction is completed. Okay. So what I'll be doing here, I just want to show you our Terraform official page. So type Terraform associate certification. I just want to show you how much of content we have covered. Let me tell you. So it is the official page of the Terraform certification. So for example, if you want to prepare for the exam, see, are you seeing the learning path here? And exam content list, I'm going for content list. In the content list, see, first of all, in the section number 1, explain what is IaaC and the advantages of IaaC pattern. Have we done with both of them? I shown you what is Terraform, how to implement Terraform, and what are the advantages of Terraform. We have discussed here. Second one, purpose of IAM. Explain multi-cloud and cloud agnostic benefit. Already we know what is cloud agnostic. And I shown you how to download the multiple provider plugins. Benefits of stateful. Have we covered this one? Yes. Third one, understanding Terraform basics. Installing and versions of Terraform providers. Have we covered this one? Plugin based architecture. How to deal with the Terraform plugins. That means version constraints, downloading the plugins. Okay, everything. Write Terraform configuration using multiple providers. In the same file, I shown you how to write provider for AWS, GCP, Azure, local. This is also we covered in the class. And describe how Terraform find and fetch the providers. Data source. I'll explain it now. So it is not yet done. I'll explain what is data source. Describe when we use Terraform import. Have you done this one? And after that, Terraform state comments. Have you done Terraform state comments? Terraform state list, MV, RM, show. Done. Describe when to enable logging and debug. So I'll cover this one now. It is also not yet done. I'll cover what is logging and debug. Coming to the modules. Have you shown what is modules? Yes. After that, if you go and see code work of Terraform, write, plan and apply. Terraform init we know, validate we know, plan we know, apply we know, and destroy also we know. Have you done Terraform FMT cover? In section number 7, we have seen what is local backend. Okay. And I showed you what is state clock. As well as I shown you how to handle backend on Terraform cloud actually. In cloud, have I shown you how to maintain Terraform state file in cloud? Last session, I shown you how to log the state file in cloud also. And after that here, drift detection. What is the meaning of drift? You know, if a user change a manual, and if I want to see the manual changes, can we run Terraform plan to see the changes? That means, let me tell you in this way. In the class itself, if I create a Terraform file, I apply the infrastructure. But user is manually changing the infrastructure. He has given the name of ABC server instead of Raham. Now if I run Terraform plan or apply, what will happen? Is it come to current or desired state? Desired state. That is called as drift detection. Already we seen in the class actually. And how to understand the secrets in a state file. Already we discussed. Anywhere, if you put the username and password in state file, is it going to end as plain text or it is going to encrypt the state file? If I put username and password in state file, is it going to show as a plain text or it is going to show as encryption? Plain text only. Already I said in last class. It doesn't matter what you put in Terraform state file. Ultimately, the content is going to be on plain format only. Next, we have seen what is outputs and security injection. This is not a part of your exam, so you can completely ignore this one. Okay, that is Terraform Vault actually, which is some different concept. And Terraform collection and structure type. That means number, boolean, list, set, map. That's it. So after that, we have seen how to take the resource configuration and data configuration. I'm going to show you now. And parameters, okay, and HCL functions, HashiCorp configuration like syntax, what is block, what is label, what is identifier, refer the values like this. And a dependency order, like order of execution, I said you right, which code is having less length, it is going to create, and parallelism also. And what is HCP? What is HCP, how to install HCP and how to work with the HCP. There are totally 9 steps in the Terraform exam, like 9 different sections. If I list out each and every section, have we covered everything or not, sir? Nothing pending. There are only 2 topics pending. Of course, these are not syllabus. I'll cover both of them now. One is data source, and second one is Terraform Vault. I'll cover them now. And coming to the sample questions, if you go to sample question, let's verify yourself. How many questions you are able to answer now? Okay. I'm writing the sample examination questions. First of all, question number 1 is username and password reference in Terraform code, even as a variable, will end up plain text in state file. True or false? True. So if I'm selecting true, and the answer is going to be true. And second question, multiple choice question. Consider the following configuration, and how do you refer the AWS VPC of shared block? Here I'm using map. Map means key value pair actually. Correct or not, sir? Here they have given the CIDR block of US East 1. What is the value of US East 1 here? 10.0.0.0.16. Okay. So how do you differ them? Var dot VPC CIDR, and I need to give US East 1. So I'm going to select the answer number 1. So click on answer. Is it correct or not, sir? After that, next year, you have defined variables on variable file in Terraform TFVars also. Saved it on same directory. Which of the command you use those values while creating the execution plan? That means if you put a variables on a separate file, while giving the Terraform plan or apply, how do you pass the variables? Terraform. See the question. You have defined variables in Terraform.tfvars and you saved it in the same directory of your Terraform configuration. Which command will be executing plan? Option number 1, 2, all of the above, none of the above. C na? Correct, C only. Why? Because here it is telling that already we discussed in the Terraform tfvar files, if the file name is terraform.tfvar, automatically if I use Terraform plan, same file will come or not, sir? You need to go to day 2 concept. If you go to day 2, this concept will be easy to understand. Here I am using Terraform plan. By default, it will take Terraform tfvars. Or even though if I use Terraform plan -var file is equal to Terraform tfvars, it will come with the same output. So the answer is going to be all of the above, like that. Which of the following Terraform commands will automatically refresh the state file? What are the two commands here? Plan is there, apply is there, validate, output and state. Which two commands will perform refresh operation here? Plan and apply. That means A and C. Check the answer. Are you seeing A and C now? Correct. Next one. What happens when you apply Terraform configuration? Choose to. What will happen here? Terraform make any changes depend in your configuration. Is it gonna correct? Yes. Terraform get the plugins. If I run Terraform apply, will plugins download? No. Terraform plugins will download a Terraform init. Terraform update the state file with any configuration change to made. Is it correct? Yes. Terraform correct the formatting errors. Will Terraform correct the formatting errors? When will correct formatting errors? FMT. Terraform destroy and recreate the infrastructure. No, it is gonna done when we use the command called Terraform int or Terraform replace. That means which options are correct? Option number 1 and 3. 1 and 3 are correct. Out of 5 questions, how many you are able to answer here? Almost all 5, right? This is how the exam is going to be. There is nothing to confuse. Terraform examination will be very easy. But when you prepare the concepts, what I said for you. Okay? And even if you want to check here, see. This is the command I need to tell now. It is not yet done. I'll tell it. Okay? That's it. So now coming to the point here, from the certification exam, there is one more concept which is very, very important. I'll tell now. First one is gonna be, there is a question like this. Sir, whenever if I write Terraform plan, it is going to plan the infrastructure or not, sir? Whatever the planning you have done, I want to, wait, I don't have credentials here. Let me add the role. Give me a second. I removed the role now. So go for security, modify IAM role, Terraform role. So this is going to be one of the damn sure question for you. Basically, I need to cover this on last session, but I forgot ultimately. It's fine. So whenever if I run Terraform plan, I need to get the resource execution plan, correct or not, sir? So I want to save this on a file. In that case, how you can save? Use the command called generate -config -out is equal to ram.tf. Now whatever the plan you generated, that plan is going to come to which file? ram.tf. Go ahead and see ls. Are you seeing the file called ram.tf here anywhere? Are you seeing ram.tf here anywhere? No. Why you are not able to see it? Hidden, you want me to check ll-al. Okay, in hidden. Are you seeing ram.tf? No. Again, see the command. I'm using generate -config -out. This is the thing what you are going to do from import actually, but I'm not importing. So just give -out, that is enough. I put -out is equal to ram.tf. Now ultimately, whatever the planning you have done, that planning output will come to the file called ram.tf. Are you seeing it now? So whenever if I want to apply, what I can do, Terraform apply -auto approve, and I can give ram.tf. Like I'm just showing you the command, but I'm not applying this one. Sir, in real time, why we do store the configuration separate? Means see, you are planning the resource. So entire resource planning will come to the ram.tf. Now in future, if we want to verify the configuration, can we go to this file and verify or not, sir? That's it. That is the same question what the examination is asking here. If we go ahead and see, if I scroll down, which flag use it to find more information about the Terraform command. For example, you need additional information about Terraform plan command. So you can use Terraform plan hyphen version. I mean, like, sorry, hyphen H, sorry, I said wrong, hyphen H. Hyphen H stand for help actual. I can use hyphen H, hyphen help, or hyphen help, like that. But there is one more important question also. Which command will help you to store the planning separately? So in that case, we need to use Terraform plan hyphen not and name of the file itself. That's it. Damn sure interview question as well as important question for exam also. Because this is the same question I got. Okay. And one of the topic which is not a part of your syllabus but important for exam, I'm gonna cover it now. That is called as data source. What do you call it as? Terraform data source is a kind of concept which is going to extract the data from existing infrastructure. For example, let's say, sir, in my EC2 console, I'm having lot of AMIs, correct or not, sir? If you go in servicing AMIs, I want to get the details of AMI. My data source will extract data. Remember, data source major function is to extract the data from existing components. For example, are you seeing volumes here? I'm having the volume. I want to get the data volume. In that case, I can use data source. No, sir, I have a security group. Are you seeing the security group here? I want to get this data. In that case, what I can use? Data source. Remember, data source main functionality is to extract the data from the existing components. Okay. I'll show you a basic example for you. So you'll be getting, for example, if you go and see data I am extracting from AWS AMI. I am asking that most recent is equal to true. That means whatever the recent AMIs you are having from your console, show that data for me. So in this way, we can use data source. So let me just go for a basic example for you. You'll be getting the clarity. Give me a second. I'll show you a basic example. Terraform data source. To extract data from existing EC2. If I go here, so here I'll be getting the single thing for you. Okay. So if I copy this one, and if I use this one on main.tf, see what will happen. So I'm going to remove everything here, rm minus rf star vim main.tf. I'm just giving provider AWS and I give region US East 1. I'm using this one. Here I'm giving my instance ID, sir. For example, if you go and see, I'm having a instance already. Okay. It is my Terraform instance only. Copy the instance ID here and replace it here. It is my instance ID. And filter, what is the image ID here? Like filter, I'm filtering from image ID. Okay. So whatever I'm gonna give is I'm gonna give the AM ID here. Okay, let me take the AM ID. How will I get the AM ID? Here. Okay. Copy this from here and just give it here. That's it. And second filter I don't want. I just want this basic thing to tell you the concept. Let me give Terraform plan. Terraform plan. What is going to happen now? Terraform apply. Auto approve. Nothing is happening. Okay. So what is going to the data source do now is, let me tell you. For example, if you are having this server, For this server, I want to use the latest AMI. What I want to use? Where the AMIs are going to available from the AMI catalog. Now data source will go and fetch the latest AMI to create your server. But anyways, I have my server created. So that is the reason it is not showing anything. But the major functionality of data source is if any object is existing and if you want to get the data from that object to use some other resource. In that case, I can use the concept called data. Name itself is indicating data source means giving the data. That's it. Like that. So on a high level overview, in our syllabus, we are having somewhat of topics, but we have covered almost all everything that required to write the Terraform exam. Now, if anybody want to write the exam, prepare the notes and go for official documentation and read the content. Okay. So you'll be getting the clarity. And if you want to write the exam also, you can write. And the other thing what we are planning is in the upcoming batch, we are trying to launch the Terraform certification course. I mean, like the course is going to be almost 5 months. So there I'm going to give 2 certifications. One is AWS practitioner certification. Second one is Terraform. That means from that course, users will get 2 certifications. And additionally, I'm going to teach you some of the modules called FinOps, which is not teaching by any institute right now. Even Terraform certification also, if you go and see, Terraform certification exam and Terraform certification training cost, it's almost 20,000 in other institutes. But in upcoming days, we are going to give it for very short price for existing students also. Say for example, you're done with your course, but if you want to write Terraform certification exam, you can come to next batch also. But for that purpose, you need to pay a bit of additional charges for the separate training actually. And the training is going to be very in-depth and we are going to cover end-to-end topics. After that, we are going to conduct some mock exams as well as we are going to conduct some interview also. If you clear that mock exam and if you clear that interview, then definitely you will be scoring at least 80% in exam. And pass percentage will be 70. But I'll bet you definitely you are going to score 80. Thing is Terraform is not giving the percentage these days. Few months ago, if you write the exam, you will get the scorecard. It is not getting the scorecard now. Instead of getting the scorecard, it is going to get the score report. That means in which section you have done mistakes. Out of completely 9 sections, 7 sections I have done completely. But in 2 sections, I have done 2 mistakes from each question. That means almost all, I done mistakes on 2 to 3 questions maximum. That's it. And I complete the exam within 29 minutes. That means half an hour, hardly. But the time of the exam is gonna be 1 hour. So if you prepare how exactly I prepared, it will take exactly 25 days to prepare for the exam complete. If you sit for 25 days, I think 25 days is also maximum enough. 20 days is better. If you sit for 20 days, then writing the exam is going to be very, very easy for all of you. Okay. And if the next batch is announced and if management is okay with the certification and everything, I'll tell you on Telegram channel as well as our Google Classroom also. If you are interested, you can come to that batch. Okay. But that is not yet decided. We will let you know in future. That's it. Fine. So by today, we completed the concept of Terraform. So tomorrow I'm going to teach you the some of the concepts like Sonar Cube, as well as I promise you to teach the cube cost. I'll teach you the cube cost also. Okay, and as well as I'm going to teach you like what is the thing? Say do some other thing also. KTS GPT. Okay, these topics I'm going to cover in the Monday session. That's it. FinOps, it will take a lot of time, not here. That is also like next class. Okay, so guys, any doubts or any queries from today's session if you are having before we wrap? Sir, how many days is required to end this course? Only couple of days, Nikhil. We have left with 2 working days. So Monday and Tuesday is gonna be the last. We started our course at exactly on which day? May 29. So 2.5 months correctly. So today is 10th, tomorrow will be 11th and 12th, 13th. So 2 days is gonna be covered. Exactly. Resume building also in the last session. So don't worry, I'm gonna give the resume building also. Resume building and everything is gonna be on Tuesday session. Okay, I'll fulfill all my promises what I done for you. Okay, nothing is going to be left. I'll teach 2 topics additionally. See, if I promise you 10 topics, I'll try to teach 2 topics additionally only. Okay, like that. Everything we covered and additional also we cover a lot of topics. So nothing to worry about from your course perception. Okay then, so that's it for this weekend, guys. So anything, if you want me to ask, you can go ahead now. That is not that much of important. You can completely ignore. So guys, any queries from you online? I want to repeat Docker and Kubernetes from when it is going to start. So Sridhar, from Monday it is going to start from 6 p.m. batch. So mostly from Monday you can attend, Sridhar. Okay, go ahead and speak with the admin regarding this. And all of you are going for Linux? Oh, it is 5 p.m. right? Okay, from Wednesday you can go. Okay, Sridhar, like you are welcome. You can come to the class. Guys, as per my promise, I already said you before, if you want to recap any concepts, for example, if you have any doubts, you can always welcome to my class. It's not like that course is done. You are separate and me separate. It's not like that. Whenever you want to have any clarification about any topic, you are always welcome to my class. Okay? Huh? What about? You will get it once you prepare well. So guys, after the course is done, Naresh IT will provide the job assistance for all of you. Okay, that means you can go to the portal, you can register yourself and they are going to send you the mails. At least in a week, you will be getting 3 to 4 mails. In a week, I'm telling. Give me a second. Okay then, so that's it for today guys. Let's connect on Monday session. Have a great day. Thank you. Sure Vikram, we will provide the course completion certification. Okay. Thank you all.